Athletic League of Delaware's S.A.V.E program recently held their graduation ceremony. The program provides an outlet for students to express themselves while learning about bullying, violence, and suicide prevention. Here's a clip that highlights the events that took place at the graduation ceremony. And on behalf of all of us here at WITN 22, I'm Yesenia Taveras. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.
I think the S.A.V.E program that POW is doing is an amazing way to teach our kids about suicide and violence prevention. I'm here to share my story. I lost my son to suicide in 2001 when he was 15. And unless we speak publicly about the effects of bullying and violence and suicide, we're not going to be able to make a difference in Delaware. I think it's really important that we empower the kids, especially inner city youth who are exposed to, unfortunately, more violence than many of the non-inner city kids, to act when they hear people threatening suicide or people being bullied. Unfortunately, many suicides are a direct result of bullying by a family member or by a friend. So the more information that we can give them, the better they're going to be able to act when they see something that just doesn't seem quite right. Be willing to listen. Sometimes it's very difficult to hear your child say, "I'm struggling." We don't want to face it sometimes because it reflects on our ability as good parents, our parenting skills. But be willing to listen. Be willing to look for the signs. Don't be afraid to act. It's very difficult. You feel guilty sometimes that you don't recognize the signs early enough.
We are going to start with, first and foremost, Garfield Park. So all the children from Garfield Park, make your way to the stage. I mean, make your way, like run in here. Woo! Clap it up for them. Come on, Garfield Park. You guys can, yep, you can make a line. Careful.
Let's give a round of applause for Garfield Park. These are my babies. I am, they call me Coach Diamond. I am the S.A.V.E program teacher here at Garfield Park, and I had the honor of being able to share the lesson that was necessary for suicide and violence education with these young men and ladies. And it was more, I say this every semester, but we come to give them something. But if you humble yourself, you'll be available for what they have to offer you. They have so much on the inside of them and so much to share if we just, as parents and as the community, listen not only to what they're saying, but how they're expressing themselves. And they have their own creative way of expressing themselves. There. They express themselves in different ways. And as they're taught in the classroom, I charge the adults to listen not only with what they're saying, but what they're not saying. So they learned the program here, and we charge them to take it home and share it with their parents. But as parents and community leaders, we need to be able to not only look at what they're doing, but listen to how they express themselves creatively when they're happy, when they're sad, and be able to have that conversation with them and ask them, hey, what's going on? How was your day? To start the conversation to get in more in their lives. All right? Y'all looking at me. Am I talking too much? Yeah. Okay. No. So we want to honor our Garfield Park students, starting with Miss Tiffany Butcher. Yes. Marquise Easley. Gerard. Okay. she wanted to share one thing that was very touching to her. She's the only one that asked, so I'm gonna give her 2 seconds. What was your favorite part of S.A.V.E?
My favorite part of S.A.V.E was Miss Diamond turned her wig all the way around.
Thank you, Rain Green. Mr. Jamari Hoxter. And this is a miracle. But one of my, he knows who he is. Mr. Kima McNeil. Miss Lily Torres. Miss Sierra Nutter. Mr. Derek Walker. And last but not least, I had to think very hard about who would be our 2015 spring semester outstanding student. And this person not only showed up, but he was there for his other students. He learned, he was able to articulate it back to everyone, and he is just a pillar in the community, Mr. Gage Parucci. So I'm gonna go down here. Come around this way. Put your S.A.V.E. stuff in front of you. Real quick. We have other sites, real quick. Make sure it's right side up and not upside down, Kima. And thank you to my director, Mr. Dave Salter, for overseeing this awesome program. One more time, get up for Garfield Park.